What's up, family? Man, I hope you guys hear me good. It's gonna be a heavy conversation. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a heavy conversation. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. You know what I mean? And you've heard me talk about this a lot. You know, we have to get our shit straight. We have to get our shit straight. Nothing else is more important. Nothing else is more important. Everybody's running around talking about their spiritual growth and development and we'll do family. You have to understand that, man, we gotta stop playing the games. You know what I mean? We have to stop trying to act like we're so fucking woke. We have to stop trying to act like we're so damn spiritually deep. You know what I mean? You cannot separate your spiritual being from your emotional being, from your mental being. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. You cannot separate your spiritual growth and development from your mental growth and development. You know what I mean? They go hand in hand. They are the same. They're the same thing. As your mental health goes, so goes your spiritual health. If your mental health is fucked up, then your spiritual health is fucked up. If your mental health is fucked up, then if your mental being is fucked up, then your spiritual being is fucked up. You can't be so fucking spiritually deep and woke and whoop-de-doo and be so fucking depressed, so fucking twisted emotionally. They're the same fucking thing. I'm passionate the way that I'm passionate when I talk about mental health, when I talk about growth and development, when I talk about us growing the fuck up and dealing with our shit, because I've gone through some fucking shit. I've struggled with some fucking shit so I could talk about some shit. I've gone through some shit and I don't want other people to struggle emotionally and struggle like the way that I have. You know what I mean? And so I press this fucking issue and I go so fucking hard because I want you guys to understand, man, this is some serious shit. We have to grow the fuck up. We have to stop faking the fucking funk. You can have all the money in the world and be a fucking emotional wreck. You can have all the money in the world and be fucked up. You know what I mean? I made a video and I talk a lot about suicide. You know what I mean? Suicide. I talk about frequency, energy. Everything is energy. I'm not here to say suicide is a sin. But I am going to tell you that suicide is a low vibrating fucking frequency. It is one of the lowest forms of expression of fucking low frequency. It is what it is. Grow the fuck up. If you don't like it, get over it. Deal with your fucking issues. And I'm talking to you guys about this shit, and I'm hard about this shit because I've been there. I've been suicidal. I tried to commit fucking suicide after my brother passed away from colon cancer, and then a few months later my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer and she died later that year. I tried to commit suicide. Why? Because suicide is a state of being of hopelessness. Nobody fucking commits suicide when everything is going great for them. Nobody commits suicide when, man, the world's at their fucking fingertip and they're fucking happy and they're in a high fucking frequency. Nobody ever commits suicide in that state of being. I've worked in prison systems in California. Military vet. What is it? Every hour and a half? No, I think it's like every hour. A military vet is committing suicide. They're not committing suicide because they're fucking happy. They're not committing suicide because they're fucking excited and they're positive. You know what I mean? They're not committing suicide because, man, their outlook looks good. You know what I mean? Man, the future looks good for them, looks bright for them. That's not why they're fucking committing suicide. People in prison commit suicide. More Americans commit suicide around Thanksgiving and Christmas than any other time of the year. They're not committing suicide because they're fucking happy. They're committing suicide because they're lonely. They're committing suicide because they're frustrated. They're committing suicide because Everything has gone wrong for them, and they don't see anything getting better for them. They don't see life getting better for them. So they're checking out. I'm not saying it's a sin. I'm saying it's low vibration. I'm saying it's low frequency. I'm saying that stems from hopelessness. Used to work with a bunch of kids in California. When I say kids, I'm talking about junior high school kids between the 5th grade and 8th grade. And the year prior to me getting at that school and working with these kids, that the teachers knew of, that the principals and the psychologists knew of, there were 9 kids at this one school. 9 kids that they knew of, 9 that tried to commit suicide. What is so fucking wrong with our society, with our young people, that they're checking out in the 5th grade? They're trying to check out in the 5th grade. They're not trying to check out because they're fucking happy. They're not trying to check out because everything's good for them. They're checking out because they're fucking miserable. They're checking out because they don't have any fucking hope. We have to grow the fuck up. I talk a lot about people who've committed suicide. I talk a lot about people who've gotten strung out on fucking dope and whatever, you know what I mean? Trying to mask their fucking pain. Man, we have to deal with this shit. You motherfuckers go running around all goddamn day talking about it's the fucking devil and it's evil spirits and whoop-doo-doo that's making people do that. It's hopelessness. It's a frequency. We have to grow the fuck up. I'm not saying people are wrong for committing suicide. I'm saying that's a low fucking vibration and we can change that. We can change our fucking vibration. We're responsible for our frequency. I made a video a while back talking about thermostats and thermometers. You know what I mean? A thermometer just tells you, man, this is the temperature of the environment. The thermometer says, man, it's 88 degrees outside. It's 64 degrees in here. That's all it can do is just tell you the temperature. It can't do shit else but tell you the fucking temperature of the environment. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. The thermostat is totally different. The thermostat says, okay, it's 67 degrees in here, but I'm gonna set the temperature at 84 because I want it to be cold. I'm warmer in here. Or the thermostat says, hey, it's too hot in here. I want the temperature at a lower degree. I want it at 67. And the environment has to change to whatever temperature the thermostat sets. The environment has to change. If the environment doesn't change, then something's wrong with the thermostat. We as human beings, most of us, we run around as fucking thermostats, as thermometers. The great majority of us operate and live as fucking as thermometers. All we want to talk about is our fucking environment. All we want to talk about is, man, ain't shit going right, and shit's all fucked up, and shit's all bad, and we'll do change the shit. Oh, you can't change the shit because you don't have the fucking power. And you don't have the fucking power because you ain't fucking plugged in. You don't have the fucking power because you ain't connected to God. And I'm not talking about fucking religion. Religion has the power to change shit. Religion does not have the power to change shit. There's a whole lot of fucking useless people running around proclaiming religion and they ain't got no fucking power because they ain't plugged into God. They're not connected to God. They push religious dogma. They push stupid shit. But they don't have the power to change shit. We have to grow up. We have to understand the power that we possess. And the only way to understand the power that we possess, you got to be connected to Source, to God, the Most High, whatever you want to call it. You have to be on the right frequency. You ain't on the right frequency if you're depressed. You ain't on the right frequency if you're suicidal. You ain't on the right frequency if you have hatred and jealousy and animosity and bitterness and resentment and all this other low vibrating bullshit. See, our frequency is our internal guide to let us know, man, I'm connected or I'm not. Our frequency. So when you feeling all this other stupid shit, you feeling hatred, you feeling some kind of way about somebody, and blah 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 blah, and you feeling man, that's your internal guide. That's your internal guide to let you know, man, I'm not connected like I thought I was. Man, it ain't about them. Man, let me get reconnected. Man, let me get tapped back in. I'm on the wrong frequency. I'm having all these thoughts, and I'm entertaining these thoughts because I'm not plugged in. I'm entertaining these thoughts because I'm not connected. I'm entertaining these thoughts of suicide. I'm entertaining these thoughts of slapping the dog shit out of somebody, of stomping the fuck out of somebody, of beating somebody's fucking ass. I'm entertaining these thoughts of cheating. I'm entertaining these thoughts of, man, that bitch look fucking good. Look at that fucking candy apple ass and all this bullshit. I'm entertaining these thoughts because we're not fucking plugged in. We're entertaining these thoughts because we're not connected like we think we are, like we talk like we are. And so when you talk about mental health, you have to understand that mental health, it's a fucking frequency. Your mental health, everybody's mental health is a fucking frequency. Are you on a high frequency or are you on a low vibrating frequency? It's not about sin and what's not a sin. It's about frequency. Love, gratitude, joy, that's all high frequency. That's God frequency. When you ain't got no joy, that's your guy telling you ain't connected. That's your guy telling you you're not tapped into God like you think you are, like you talk like you are. You can't be tapped into God and be fucking suicidal. You can't be tapped into God and be on some low vibrating bullshit because God is on a high frequency. Grow the fuck up. You can't be talking love and be connected to love and be tapped into universal love and be operating and living on a low vibrating frequency. You can't be talking about love and be plugged into love and be talking about suicide and be talking about hatred and be talking about low self-esteem and all this other bullshit. That's not love. I don't give a fuck how you sugarcoat it. That's not love. And so when we talk about suicide and we talk about depression and when we talk about anxiety and fear, man, where does that shit come from? Why do you have those things? You don't have those things because you're connected to God. You have those things because you're not connected to God. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. We have to grow up. And it's not about, man, I'm bad and woo-doo-doo because I got fear and because I got depression and because I got suicidal. Man, that doesn't make me bad. That's just showing me, man, there's some areas I need to work on. There's some areas, man, that's keeping me disconnected from God. There's some areas that's keeping me disconnected from universal love, universal consciousness. Man, I got to get re-tapped back in. I got to get reconnected. And because I have these thoughts, because I have these feelings, man, that's my clue that I'm not connected. That's my clue that something's wrong. I need to look at something. I need to reevaluate my life. I need to reevaluate the shit I'm talking about, the shit I'm doing. Man, I'm so glad that I didn't commit suicide. I tried. 2016, while I was in China, I tried. I was done. Mad as hell. Frustrated as hell. Depressed as hell. Just lost my brother. Just lost my wife, who was my best friend and everything. I was done. I was done. I didn't give a fuck no more. I was tired of hurting. I was tired of losing loved ones. That was all low frequency. None of that was reflective of God. None of that was reflective of love. That all stemmed from the pain and suffering that I was dealing with and that I was carrying. Which produced the hopelessness, the pity, the self-pity, the victim mentality. Ain't near one of us perfect. We all have an area that we need to be working on. So this is not about blasting anybody who's trying to commit suicide or who's suicidal. You know what I mean? That's not what this is about. This is about, hey, check that shit. That's low frequency. I was talking to some guy on a train a while back in New York, and he said some shit about, man, nobody sits by me because I'm crazy because I hear voices. And I started laughing. I said, bro, everybody hears fucking voices. He looked at me. I said, we all hear voices. It's not about whether you hear voices, it's how you respond to the voices. Everybody hears a voice telling them to do this. Everybody hears a voice telling them not to do this. Everybody hears voices. That doesn't make you crazy. What makes you crazy is how you respond to those voices. Do you have the ability to check them? We have to deal with our mental health. Made a video just yesterday. What are you pursuing? See, we're pursuing money and fame and all this other stupid shit. Pursue mental health. Pursue your mental health. And what I mean by that, pursue peace. Pursue love. I'm not talking about, when I talk about love, I'm not talking about fucking and sex. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about a relationship. I'm talking about a state of being. See, because when your mental health is straight, when your mental health is on point, everything is straight. Everything is on point. My hope and prayer is that something has been said to get you to understand the importance of your mental health. To get you to understand that your mental health is your spiritual health. Your spiritual health is your mental health. You can't be strong spiritually and weak mentally. You can't be strong mentally and weak spiritually. They go hand in hand. They're the fucking same. Grow up. Grow up. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace. What's up, family? My name is ElijahAmmi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a grown folk channel. This is where we have heart-to-heart conversations and keep it real. Here on this channel, everybody matters. Everybody's family. Here on this channel, we express love because at our core, we are love. I love you guys, and thank you for being with me on this beautiful journey called life. Peace.